Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your host Maluba Mwilulungwe, also known as the Dot Entrepreneur. For those that are visiting this channel for the first time, please ensure to like, comment and subscribe, for by doing so, it will enable the YouTube algorithm market my videos. Now, this channel we talk about things to do with public speaking and personal development, because public speaking, if you can speak, we can change that. You can influence, and if you can influence, you can change lives. And how much we succeed does not far much exceed personal development. If we keep developing ourselves, then I tell you, there is no other option but for success to knock on your door. I stand on basic two things. The first one being that we are misinformed, and it is the second being is that it's only those that are informed are the ones that will make it. We are misinformed in a sense that we are taught, we are made to believe, and we stay in fear, because if people are misinformed, they are easy to control. We are taught that being rich is bad. I would rather be poor than be rich and unhappy, not knowing that actually happiness lies in being rich, because if you are rich, you can express your happiness better. So we are misinformed, guys, and that is why we are going to talk about the subconscious mind. By the way, before I even go on the subconscious mind, maybe talking about public speaking, we are taught to say they are introverts and extroverts and whatever. And also, all those things are done so that they keep people mediocre, because as far as I'm concerned, public speaking is a skill and it can be learned. So those terminologies like introvert and whatever, they are there to keep you mediocre, so that you are not where the 1% are, because success does not exceed the power of persuasion, and persuasion means you are able to speak. Anyways, I don't want to make the introduction long, so I will jump straight into what I'm going to talk about today. And I'm going to talk about the subconscious mind simplified. And for those that probably read books, you know that book, the Power of the Subconscious Mind, and I'll try to simplify it so that every one of us understands. So we have the conscious mind. First of all, we have the conscious mind, and this is the mind that is manual. This is the mind that is manual. By manual, I mean you are able to control it. You can tell it to say, okay, this is the time to bath, this is the time I have to cook, this is the time I have... So that is basically what the conscious mind is. Then we have the subconscious mind, which is our topic of interest today. Subconscious mind. Subconscious mind, my spelling, guys. Subconscious mind. So this is the automatic. This is the automatic mind. So this is a mind that you cannot control. It happens automatically. And how is this subconscious mind? It is built by, one, we have our culture. We have religion. We have relationships, meaning the friends you are found with and whatever. That's why when you say people, they say you are average of the 5 people you spend time with. That's what they mean, because relationships are able to shape your subconscious mind. So basically these are 3 things, and many others, or rather any external thing as you grow up is what shapes your subconscious mind. So it is automatic. Okay? So the subconscious mind being built by these things, it means it will get whatever you are taught, and that will be automatic. So if you are taught to say, if you are taught by religion, or rather your pastor, by the way, I'm sorry guys, today I'll be a bit radical, and if you take it personal, then I guess you are actually among those built or rather programmed to be poor, because I will be a bit intense. So here, let's say your pastor told you, no, riches are bad, and that goes to your subconscious mind. What happens when you see anyone poor? When you see anyone rich, what do you think? That person is evil. The money was gotten through dubious means and the likes. Okay? So that is how we are programmed mind. Now, let me dive deep into how this really works. How does this subconscious mind work? So I'll explain this subconscious mind using I'll term the mind as the operating system. I'll term the mind as the operating system. I'll term the mind as the operating system, okay? And I will term the external things that come to this mind as programs, as programming. Let me say programming softwares, or rather let me say programs. So we have an operating system, which is the mind, and the programs, the programming software, which are the external forces, which are the culture, religion, and the likes. So what happens here is very funny. When we have, so already we have noticed that in the society, basically, our operating system, which is the brain, is developed for failure. So most of us have a failure operating system, because we are misinformed. We are told that being rich people are greed, rich people are whatever. And for those that watch TV, you find that most of the bad things that happen, you hear that, a business. So as I was saying, by the way, guys, it's kind of hot here, so don't mind me sweating. But we just have to do this. We don't have excuses for anything. Yeah. So as I was saying, we are programmed. Our operating system is a failure operating system, because we are taught most of the negative things. Rich people are bad. They are greedy, they are killers, and you find that by the time a child reaches 18 or whatever years, the mind is already negative about being rich, because they have watched it on TV how a businessman killed his wife, or how a businessman did whatever wrong things. Yet they hide that there are also poor people that do that. But because the rich man, they advertise those, and that's how our mind is developed to be a failure operating system. So the funny thing that happens is we have a failure. We have a failure operating system. I'll just say OS. We have a failure operating system. So the funny thing that happens is if you have a failure operating system and you want to install a success operating system, it instantly gives an error. And that is why you find that when you are taught something true that is not among your belief, immediately you resist, automatically without even noticing. Okay? So that's what tends to happen. So therefore, if you have a failure, operating system, then you want to put in a failure. By the way, I made a mistake here. It's not operating system, it is program. Okay, program. So if you have a failure operating system and you want to put a failure program, this is an instant success. So you find that to change an operating system is really difficult, okay? And that is why you can't behave in a way that is inconsistent when your program is inconsistent, okay? So this is the mechanism that happens here. Yeah, so this is basically the mechanism, and you find that for successful people, they will make things that are difficult look so effortlessly because they have a success operating system, and it is easy for them to do certain things that you think are impossible. But I must also indicate that for those that fail again, they fail automatically without them knowing, because that is their automatic operating system as well. So they fail terribly without knowing. Okay? So that is basically what happens with the operating system, and you cannot notice, but only a person with a different operating system will be able to notice that, oh, this is what his operating system is, without you yourself noticing. So I will conclude at the end as to how we can develop a different operating system, or rather a subconscious mind. But before that, I want us to run through something very important, and this is why we now see the power of public speaking as I preach. So when you're on my channel, guys, I don't know if it's on or in, you guys can put that in the comment section. No one was born with English, by the way. Yeah, so there's something very important I want us to talk about today, and that is why we'll see the power of public speaking. So if you are on my channel, guys, you are not watching average things. Definitely success will come knocking on your door. My dream is to be successful just like you guys, and I don't want to be surrounded by mediocre people. That's why I teach everything that I feel is necessary for us to prosper and share, so that we succeed together. Me teaching you doesn't mean I've made it or whatever, but I know a positive mind definitely will make me become something in life. But in case I don't, missing you succeed and me being your motivation, it will be a great success for me. I think I'll find more pleasure in that. Yeah. So there are basically, let's see, there are basically 4 stages of value. So let me say stages of value. 4 stages of value. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first stage is the implementation. Implementation stage. So this stage, this is where we use our muscle. Okay, our muscles. This is the stage where we use our muscles, and this is the stage where they want to keep all of us so that we begin working for people. This stage, okay? Because they know if you are fearless, you are courageous, you escape this stage, and it will be difficult for them to control you. And this is the stage they want to keep people. So this is why we use the muscle and the like. So this is an implementation stage. They will give you orders and tell you what to do, and you execute, because they know you prefer working than owning the business. Okay, they will prefer you working than owning a business, because they will tell you that owning a business is evil and less working. So yeah, that's the implementation stage. Then the other stage from implementation is unification. So unification stage, this is a stage where we use management systems. This is a stage where we use management systems. And this is where we see people like managers, those who manage and the like. So this is a stage above implementation, and this is why they'll tell you to manage. And This one is a good stage because it has some kind of good pay, but still can't make you a millionaire, but it can make you an average person surviving properly more than this. So this is a better stage, okay? And this is the stage that most educated people end up on. They will give you manager, managing director, and all those things, okay? It is well paid, but it is not the most important stage that I wish you to be, okay? Then from this stage we have the communication. This is another stage of value which is very important. So this is the stage where you talk about public speaking, generally public speaking. So you see, when we talk about public speaking is a very, very essential thing, you think it's a job. It is actually one of the most important stages of value that one person can achieve. It's very important. So we look at public speaking. This is where you look at copywriting and other things, book writing. This is where it lies. In short, the information niche. Yeah, information. This is where comes the information. So, communication. Then, the last stage of value is imagination. Imagination. Guys, every successful person should be a person with big imaginations. A person who is able to dream big, who is not only willing to think outside the box, but to think without the box. And that is the imagination stage of value. So the reason why this stage is very important is a person will imagine and people will buy into the vision, and all these things will fall under that person. You have implementers of that imagination, you have people to manage his imagination, and you have people to inform others about the imagination he has and be able to market it and make money. At the end of the day, it is this person who imagined benefiting. Okay? So that is what tends to happen. So now let me see how you can advance any of these stages. Okay? For me, I can't even wish anyone to be on this stage. It's an automatic answer. If your dream is being here to implement other people's things, then definitely you guys should unsubscribe, because on my YouTube channel I want everyone to succeed and succeed big, massively. So I'll start from this stage. We have seen that this is the unification stage. So how do you advance from this stage and be at least something good? Incorporate communication. There are certain people who are managers but who don't advance because they lack communication abilities. Okay? And by the way, communication is the most important skill. You find that there are people that can have masters and whatever, but being controlled by a person with a diploma or rather a degree who simply had courage and ability to communicate well. And you therefore think that, I think it's a paper that's not good. You then go and do PhD or whatever, come back again, you find another person who maybe has masters controlling you because they are good communicators. So if you're a manager, if you incorporate that with communication, then you are well to go. So that's basically the stages of value, and they are very, very important. So that's basically it. So then, how do we change our operating system? How to change our operating system? How to change operating system, or rather subconscious mind. So guys, as I said, my channel will provide all those things. It will provide all those things. So number one, how to change, we have personal development, personal development, personal development. So guys, keep developing yourself, read books and do other things, okay? Especially books, okay? Very important. Number 2, I would say learn like a child, just like personal development, but this one is even more intense. Learn like a child. Don't resist knowledge. Keep developing skills, keep learning, understand people. You must seek to understand people first before you judge, and that is very important. You also need other skills like emotional intelligence, yeah, which is basically understanding other people. So this is how you develop a strong subconscious mind, which is unstoppable, guys, which is unstoppable. So this is very, very important, guys. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. It is quite long, but I didn't want to miss anything, because guys, if you have this mindset, I tell you, success will come knocking on your door, okay? So I might say I've come to the end of this video. Allow me to appreciate a friend of mine who just decided to find time to capture me today, Mr. Emmanuel Mwaba. Thank you very much for your time, and we hope to continue doing this. As I tell you guys, I don't just talk, I walk the talk. When I started this YouTube channel, I said I will start with small things as possible. And the only thing I did was to put the camera on. Not actually putting, but I turned the camera on. So if you wish to be a YouTuber as well, or whatever, or a public speaker, begin speaking. If you want to be a YouTuber or anything you do, just start. I turned the camera on and I said, I'm going to start YouTube, and I started. And as you can see, this is not my place. For those that have been watching my video, I decided to use what is available and use it. This is not my board. I've started using people so that I do what is necessary to do. So this is just a reminder that you have no excuse for failure. Keep trying. Use the people around you. I can tell you, if you begin thinking of yourself only, you fail. Start thinking of the people you can use around you. Some of you people, you have success angles and all those, but you just don't want to use them. Go and learn from them. Okay, swallow your pride. Go and learn. I've indicated learn. Then guys, knowledge. Then learn. In fact, let me write it. Then learn. Unstoppable. Keep learning, guys. Start looking for people around you and use them to your advantage, because that is the only thing that will help you. This is your host, Maluba Mwilulumbwe, and I thank you. Ciao.